In the ever-evolving realm of collectibles, video game grading services have emerged as a perplexing phenomenon. While the grading of trading cards has found a logical and reasonable foothold in the market, applying the same principles to video games seems rather odd to me. The essence of enjoying a video game lies in the immersive experience of playing it, not in preserving its physical case. In this video, we'll delve into the curious world of video game grading services, dissecting their inherent contradictions, and highlighting the stark differences between the realms of video games and trading cards. To comprehend the irrationality of video game grading, one must first look to the intrinsic nature of video games. Unlike trading cards, which are static and visual artifacts, video games are dynamic, interactive experiences. The essence of a video game lies not in its physicality, but in the captivating worlds it allows players to explore, the challenges it presents, and the stories that unfold. The very notion of encapsulating this multifaceted experience within the confines of a plastic case for grading is fundamentally flawed. Video games are a form of entertainment that transcends the tangible. Their value lies in the emotions they evoke, memories they create, and the hours of joy they provide. Unlike a trading card, where the entire experience is derived from visually appreciating the art on the card, similar to how you would appreciate a painting, a video game's true value emerges during gameplay. The controller becomes an extension of the player, and the screen a portal to fantastical realms. Grading services, by reducing this dynamic medium to a mere physical artifact, negate the essence of what makes video games special. One of the primary arguments put forth by proponents of video game grading is the preservation of rare and valuable titles. However, this preservation argument unravels upon closer inspection. Video games, by their very nature, are designed to be played. Attempting to preserve them in pristine, untouched states contradicts their intended purpose. You don't need to permanently seal away a game to preserve it for years to come. Just ask collectors of complete in-box games that came with cardboard cases originally. There's a whole industry around protective plastic casing for these types of games, such as N64, SNES, etc., and they're made to be open so that you can have easy access to the game when you want to actually use it. Sealing away a video game is akin to preserving a musical instrument without ever playing it, or a novel without ever reading its pages. The true value of video games lies in the experience of engaging with them, and attempting to safeguard them from the inevitable wear and tear of play diminishes their intrinsic worth. A graded, sealed video game becomes a sterile artifact, divorced from the vibrant life it gains through interaction. Moreover, the grading process itself introduces an element of subjectivity that undermines the purported goal of preservation. Grading criteria often include the condition of the case, the quality of the manual, and the overall presentation. However, these criteria are secondary to the core aspect of a video game, its gameplay. A perfectly preserved case does not enhance the player experience, rendering the grading process an arbitrary and misguided endeavor. In contrast to video games, trading cards thrive on visual aesthetic. The entire allure of a trading card lies in its intricate artwork, design, and rarity. Grading services for trading cards make sense, because the entire experience revolves around appreciating the card as a visual spectacle. Unlike video games, where the case is a mere vessel, the card itself is the focal point of attention. Trading card grading provides a standardized way to evaluate the condition of the card and its packaging. The grading process serves to quantify the visual appeal and physical state of the card, establishing a reliable metric for collectors. This contrasts sharply with video game grading, where the focus is misplaced, centering on the peripheral aspects rather than the core essence of the medium. One of the most perplexing phenomena in video game grading is the obsession with sealed, unopened games. Advocates argue that the value of a sealed game lies in its rarity and pristine condition. However, this approach creates a paradox. Sealed games are unplayable, rendering them mere artifacts rather than functional forms of entertainment. The irony is evident. A graded, sealed video game is celebrated for its unopened status, but in doing so it negates the very purpose for which video games are created. The joy, excitement, and sense of accomplishment that arise from conquering in-game challenges are lost when the game remains sealed. This obsession with sealed games exemplifies the misguided priorities of video game graded services, as they elevate the physical state over the experiential aspect. The true value of a video game lies in the experiences and memories it generates for players. The joy of discovering hidden secrets, overcoming challenging levels, and engaging in multiplayer adventures is not encapsulated within the physical confines of a graded case. Video games are an evolving art form, where the player's interaction shapes the narrative and contributes to the medium's cultural significance. The subjective nature of player experience further challenges the feasibility of video game grading. What one player may find exhilarating, another may not. Grading services attempt to assign a universal value to games, disregarding the diverse ways players engage and appreciate them. The intangible qualities of enjoyment, nostalgia, and personal connection cannot be encapsulated within a graded score or sealed case. In conclusion, the rationale behind video game grading services appears fundamentally flawed when scrutinized against the nature of video games as interactive, experiential mediums. Unlike trading cards, where the entire appeal lies in the visual aesthetics of the card, video games derive their value from immersive experiences they offer during gameplay. Attempting to encapsulate this dynamic medium within the rigid confines of a graded case not only diminishes its intrinsic worth, but also introduces contradictions and absurdities. The preservation argument for video game grading collapses under the weight of the medium's intended purpose to be played and enjoyed. Sealed games celebrated for their unopened status ironically strip away the very essence of video games by rendering them unplayable. In contrast, trading card grading services align seamlessly with the static nature of cards, focusing on visual appeal and rarity. Ultimately, the nature of video games, their emphasis on play and experience, renders grading services irrelevant and paradoxical. Video games thrive when experienced, not when encased in plastic and assigned a numerical grade. The true value of a video game emerges through the laughter, frustration, and triumphs of players, a value that transcends the limitations imposed by grading services. As always, I'd like to hear what you think. Do you own any graded games? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. It would mean a lot to me. My goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers, and when I do, I'm going to do a full game room tour you won't want to miss. Until next time, thanks for watching.